Welcome to another episode of Creative Sports Marketing Radio, where business is our sport. Today we're going to dive into Tom Brady's extension with the New England Patriots. We're also going to talk a little bit about the Pro Football Hall of Fame 2019 ceremony recap. So stay tuned. So, Tom Brady today has signed an agreement with the New England Patriots to extend for another 2 years, $23 million contract extension. Despite the fact that Tom Brady is turning 42 years old, just 3 years away from the NFL record of the oldest NFL quarterback to start, by the way, even though he has, done plenty of other records. Tom Brady appears far from retirement after he reportedly agreed to a contract extension with the New England Patriots on Sunday. Brady has signed a 2 years, $23 million contract extension after Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network first reported the agreement. Schaefer noted the contract will make Brady the sixth highest paid quarterback in the league. So note, he's not number one. He's still number 6. We'll talk about that in a second. He basically appreciates his team and appreciates Belichick for the ongoing support. And he gives all the credit to Bill Belichick, saying if it wasn't for him and it wasn't for Josh McDaniels, his offensive coordinator, and the relationship they have with him, that he wouldn't be able to be where he's at today. I definitely agree. And getting back into what we said about Brady being the sixth highest paid quarterback of the league. Now, I want you to look at this from the Patriots' standpoint. Bill Belichick is a great coach, and as much as I dislike the Patriots and how much they win and how much they make the NFL, hard to say it, boring. They have a great business model. When you look at the NFL as the league as an actual business and not just a team, the whole goal of a team is to get people in the ticket stands, to get people to buy the tickets, to come to the games, to watch them online so they can get money for sponsorship, so they can get money for the ticket sales, and they use that money to pay the players, they pay the coaches, and things of that nature. So at the end of the day, you look at it as just a fun game. They don't look at it that way. It's sad to say, the end of the game is entertainment. Sports entertainment. It's supposed to entertain you, and to entertain you, you want them to win. So when you look at it from the standpoint of a business model, Bill Belichick has found a way to tell his teammates, hey, you're just as good as everyone else on this team. You're just as important as everyone else on this team, no matter who it is. Yes, there's always going to be moves in the NFL and any sport where you get rid of people, you move people along the way. They have a really big reputation for hiring veterans and having them on for 1 or 2 years before they retire, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. But it goes to show you the reason they're the way they are is because they don't. Yes, you'd say Tom Brady is a high caliber player, but he's willing to make less money because Bill Belichick's saying, no, we don't pay people over a certain amount of money. We only pay people this much money. So Tom Brady recognizes that. Bill Belichick helps him with some business moves. If you look at Tom Brady and what he does in his business aspect with his brand, growing himself internally and externally, he uses the arena for business events all the time. Bill Belichick allows this. They have a overall friendship going on where they allow these kind of situations to happen. Tom Brady really watches his diet. He's really big in inflammation. He's made a book. He's talked about it. So he does a lot of business stuff off the field. We won't even get into his marriage and his wife and what she does from a business perspective. But overall, for the New England Patriots, this is, I think, a non-risky move. I think it's a risky move that they don't have a quarterback and they don't have Garoppolo underneath them anymore. And I thought that was the one move that the Patriots made that I thought was very unlike them. And there's a little couple of crazy theories that I have out there in regards to that, but I'll keep that to myself for now. But with that said, 2 more years is probably, if they can get someone in the draft next year, they can get a backup to be behind Tom Brady for the next couple of years. I don't think it's enough. It's not really how the Patriots pull ground. But from a business perspective, if other teams adapted the same methodology, I don't know why they haven't, the same methodology in business plan model as the Patriots have done. I think there would be a lot more quarterbacks not moving around so much. This league is a very big league when it comes to quarterbacks moving from team to team and players moving on a consistent basis. And if a lot of teams play more like the Patriots, they'd probably be a lot more consistent in the wins, just like they were consistent with the teammates. So to our next topic for today, we're going to talk a little bit about the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the ceremony recap. So if a lot of you didn't know, the Pro Football Hall of Fame welcomed 8 new members on Saturday. Defensive backups back up half the field with Johnny Robinson, Champ Bailey, Ed Reed, Ty Law earning their gold jackets over the weekend. 2 players who claim to be the best at their position of all time also took center stage, with center Kevin Maui and tight end Tony Gonzalez earning the trip to Ohio. It was a fun night to watch. This is definitely something from an NFL perspective that I think the players deserve. Every player deserves to have a chance to make it to the Hall of Fame, and I think it's a good end goal. From a business perspective, I think that it's more for the players, less so for the fans. And I think it's a good way to put your money back into your investment, which is the players, and thank them for all their hard work and what they've done on the field. So kudos to Johnny Robinson, Champ Bailey, Ed Reed, and Ty Law for what they've done, and of course Tony Gonzalez. If you watched the first preseason game last Thursday night, it was against the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. I won't go too much into the game, but I will say that a lot of them were there talking about Tony Gonzalez was there. He used to play for the Atlanta Falcons for a few years before he retired. Still a huge Kansas City player as well. But it was a good game. And again, I give kudos to them. Any reactions or any comments about those Hall of Famers, please give a comment below. Or if you have any comment or you wanna go back and forth a little bit on the reactions of Tom Brady and his re-signing with the Patriots for another 2 years. Again, I'm very big on, I think 2 years is a good amount. I probably would have started sticking them to a 1-year deal. You never know when someone's going to go down. But put a comment below and we'll talk about it. Next up for today, I want to welcome everyone back to Creative Sports Marketing Talk, where business is our sport. And today we're going to dive into a little more on 3 major benefits of having a blog on your website. Now, no matter what type of industry you're in, and for the sakes of us being in the sports industry ourselves, we are going to relate this to the sports industry as we kind of talk about some of these benefits here. But as some of you may know, some of you may not know, having a website for your business is extremely important. However, if you really want a site that performs and brings in leads, it's important to pay attention to its content and its structure. There are 3 essential pages that every website should have. These include a homepage, a service page, and a blog. You should also have extended pages like your About page and of course your Contact page, which is also extremely important, but I would say is not the same as a CTA. Now you may be wondering, what are the benefits of having a blog on your website? In general, a blog is another tool that can help increase your website's conversion rate. Let's take a further look at how a blog accomplishes these things. So the 3 reasons every business should have a blog on their website. In the beginning stages of owning a website, many business owners imagine that writing 300 words on their products will do their business any good. However, they are gravely mistaken. Now, not just from an e-commerce SEO perspective. Writing those small, tedious things aren't as hard as you think. I mean, you can get an SEO writer to do it, get an SEO writer to do it, but people search product names. And if you start writing comments, you start doing reviews on those products, it's eventually going to get you up there in the rankings. But a blog is an incredible, powerful tool for a business owner to have, and it is an essential part of every website. Here are some of the main advantages of having a blog, and why every business should have a blog. Number one, increases site search visibility. If you want to be able to find your website, you have to make sure that it's search engine optimized. A blog is a great way to add keyword density to your website and boost its search visibility so that you rank better in the Google results. So the more blog posts you wrote, quality not quantity, of course. I always say write a whole bunch of blog posts up front, kind of get a year or so of blogs, 6 months worth of blogs. I'm not going to say every day. Maybe 4 a month if you want to extend out how much it's going to cost to get all those written. And then you go back later and optimize those blog posts. You update them. You do competitive research on them. You have an SEO specialist. Now, don't worry, you shouldn't have to do all this yourself. There should be a content marketing company or a marketing company out there that can help you with this kind of strategy. But what it does is, if they do it right, if you find the right content marketer, they will use no just spinning articles, no rewriting. You don't want to do that. You want to take articles, competitive articles, and possibly nitpick some of the stuff that works, but you want it to relate to your target audience. So for instance, if we were doing a product, just say we were selling athletic shirts, for instance. 5 ways an athletic shirt should help you not sweat. I mean, really, that's just off the top of my head, but that's a pain point for a lot of people. And maybe that long tail keyword are what people are searching for. Yes, it is going to take some time to develop those and to find out the exact long tail keyword research, but that's what part of the blog research is for. And then those blogs are written for you on a month-to-month basis. Eventually, you're going to move up there to the point where you're going to have people searching for you through these blog posts. It definitely takes time, but those are the dynamic pages on your website. You can focus on the low volume keywords that people are searching for, and it helps you move up into the rankings where so your regular pages are made for your keyword, a lot more keyword density, higher volume keywords that you want to keep there, and you leverage your domain authority to move you up in the rankings. So to number 2, the second step here is build a relationship with your consumers. Today, consumers are spending a large amount of time researching a product before making a purchase. Adding a blog to your website can give you a way to provide customers with the information they're searching for. Additionally, it can also give you a way to interact with the consumers and build a relationship by responding to comments or incorporating your blog into your email campaign. Now, the email campaign, I would say, would be down the road. You wouldn't want to do that right away. A lot of companies watch out for a lot of the gurus who kind of say, hey, we do this 10 steps to do this, we do this 10 steps to do that, download this, download that, do email marketing right now, things of that nature. I think email marketing is good, but it's not until you have a good base under you. I'm not even to the point where I'm just at the point now where I'm purposely starting to build fan base and build people that want to read my content and let them and leverage my existing content, recycling content like I've mentioned in past videos. But it helps you build a relationship. It helps build trust with your individual users. If you find one of their pain points, like the sweaty shirts, they're going to look at your shirts as something that they go, oh, they understand where I'm coming from. So take that to your advantage with what you're building, and over time, it definitely takes time, like every business direction does. But it's definitely the way to go as you build your brand, which comes to step number 3 here. Establishing brand credibility. Blogging about your industry makes you look knowledgeable and trustworthy. When consumers feel that your business is more credible, they're more likely to invest in your products or services. So back to what I was saying about trust. if you're blogging, if you're talking about shirts, for instance, if you're talking about sweating, for instance, they're going to know, okay, this is an athletic company. They get my pain point. They understand where I'm coming from. Why would they be selling these shirts unless they've dealt with this situation themselves? They will come at you, and they'll probably purchase from you. Your conversion rate's going to go a lot higher because of this. So relate to your customers. Now, before any of this, I always recommend, before any sort of blog campaign, any sort of SEO paid campaign, anything. I think people always jump the gun these days. I do think Instagram and paid advertisements very big these days, but I do think you need to start. There's steps you should take, and part of those steps are figuring out your customer personas. Once you figure out your customer profiles, you can think in the minds of your customers. Once you think in the minds of your customers, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to create your marketing collateral around what your clients and prospects think, not what you think. And that's the end goal. Always remember what your clients think and your prospects think. That's it for today. I want to thank you all again for touching base. If you have any comments or suggestions, please don't hesitate to comment below.